Hello Libra, Happy New Year to you. Hope you're all doing well. It's the 3rd of January 2026. I'm going to pull a general read for you guys and see what you've got going on. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. If the messages pulled fit your current life energy situations, then your intuition will let you know. So for Libra, brand new year. Okay, I'm not going to take all those because that's a lot. Brand new year. Let's see what's got. I'm all tongue-tied. Cards flying out in multiples and my tongue's getting tied. Is that a nod to the potential energy that might come out for you? Let's see for Libra. Alright, the moon in reverse, 5 of swords in the upright, 8 of wands in the upright, and the knight of pentacles in the upright. Coming out of some confusion perhaps, or needing to trust your intuition on something, or beginning to trust your intuition on something. Something is being revealed perhaps. Walking away from something with what you have and leaving behind what you, well, leaving behind what you have to leave behind and leaving with what you already have. Swift action with the 8 of wands, some sort of progression, growth action, and the knight of pentacles, slow, steady, stable, committed, long term, slow and steady wins the race. What might this mean then for Libra? Let's have a look. A little looky look. Okay, Ace of Pentacles just flipped over quite aggressively in the reverse. Okay, so something is unstable at the moment, but you are possibly patient and committed enough to keep going with it in the long haul and to turn that around and make something stable perhaps. Taking action to create a stability. Let's have a look. Why is the moon here for Libra, please? Why is the moon here for Libra? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So no change at the moment, or something hasn't worked in your favour, some sort of bad luck, or just something's not quite worked out, or something's a little bit disappointing perhaps. Cutting your losses, I'm getting. So this could be to do with something to do with finances, some sort of financial loss or loss of financial stability in some way. But I'm getting the energy that you're going with it. You're taking the loss, but you're still going forward in order to change something and to turn something around. Chipping away at it. You're going to keep chipping away at it. Okay. 4 of Cups just flipped over. So feeling somewhat disappointed. Walking away, feeling somewhat disappointed. Possibly dwelling on it slightly. But not overly. Yeah, you're disappointed, but... Oh, 7 of Swords. They're flying out for you today. I'm getting very conflicting bits of everything here. I'm going to change the deck a minute. So I'm also getting the energy with the Seven of Swords that someone might not have had your best interests at heart. Someone has gotten away with something. Possibly to do with finances. That has sort of affected your stability or your financial standing. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands, please, for Libra, and why it's here. Eight of Swords. Wanting to take action but feeling slightly trapped in your mind about perhaps what action to take. Wanting to go forward but feeling somewhat limited in your thoughts about whether you have the capability to do so. Something's stopping you. Well, possibly because you don't want to. You've possibly been through something that's been unfair. You've invested into something and it turned out to be a bad investment, and you're guarded perhaps on taking action because you don't want to get caught out again, or you don't want to, you don't want to make another bad investment, as it were. So, Knight of Pentacles. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles for Libra, please. One card. Thank you. Again, the Eight of Cups. I'm going to take that because it wanted to come out. So the Eight of Cups, again, walking away from something. Moving on, letting go. And then you've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. A missed opportunity, a lack of progress, feeling disappointed, feeling impatient. Again, just very conflicted energies I'm getting here. Or you're waiting on something. You've invested into something and it's not yet giving back what you have invested into it. Excuse me, I just need to take my jumper off because I'm sat by my heater and it's warm. So you're waiting for, you've made an investment, you're waiting for it to come to fruition. But you're not completely trusting perhaps that it is going to give you the harvest of abundance that you are waiting for. Taking a chance, taking a risk perhaps. And it's leaving you a little bit disappointed, somewhat guarded, somewhat mistrusting. Four of Cups. Why? Thank you. The Hierophant in reverse. Doing things by the book, or not doing things by the book. Possibly not doing things by the book, and perhaps getting caught out for not doing things by the book. And you are perhaps at a loss because there has been some shortcuts made in order to get to the outcome that you required, and perhaps they weren't the best ways to do it, and you've somehow made a loss because of it. Five of Swords. Why is it here for Libra, please? Why is the Five of Swords here for Libra? Eight of Pentacles. Working hard. Something you've worked hard for or are working hard for. perhaps you're working towards something and you're not finding that there's much progress happening. And you're wondering, am I doing something wrong that's not helping me progress here? You seem to be working towards something but not having much come back from it. You're investing but you're not getting any payback. I keep getting this, something to do with finances for someone here, or you're working at something, perhaps it's your business or your job, or you're waiting for a promotion or something like that. And perhaps you're trying to think of ways to get to the level that you want to get to quicker. But you're wondering if that would be a wise decision or not, or if you could possibly lose the progress that you've made so far. Sorry if my messages are coming through a bit jumbled, but that's how I'm getting it come through, and I'm just giving you everything that's coming into my mind. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles in reverse for Libra, please. Four of Wands. So that is a celebration, a harmony, a homecoming, family, friends, loved ones, community, stability. But it comes out as a clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So something to do with perhaps family, friends, loved ones, relationships, or a relationship or a marriage, or some, perhaps there's some sort of stability there that's at risk or at a loss, or something's been lost, or the stability of a connection, relationship is in question. Seven of Swords. That sneaky Seven of Swords. Why is it here for Libra, please? Queen of Swords. Using stern logic and wisdom to make decisions and get to the heart of what is going on in a situation or a matter, cutting through any nonsense and getting to the heart of the matter, the fact. Okay, so you may be, this may well be to do with something that's been a bit underhand going on, something that's possibly lies or deception, or something that either you or someone else or wasn't aware of, and it's come to light that everyone is now aware of it. And you are using you want to get to the point, you want to get to the fact of what's actually happening here, or what's happened. No lies, no nonsense, no half-truths. You want clear clarity and ultimate solid truth in what's going on. So, tell me about that Wheel of Fortune. Why is it here for Libra, please? The Tower. Aha. So, some sudden shocking event. So, yeah, we gathered that something's possibly been happening or gone wrong, and there's the Tower to confirm it. So, the Tower to clarify the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon, no less. 3 major arcanas in a row. So this is something major for someone here. This is a sudden upheaval, a chaotic breakdown situation where sort of all hell has broken loose. A revelation, a shocking truth, a shocking thing that wasn't, like I said a moment ago, something that wasn't known, that might have been happening behind closed doors, but it is now. Sorry, one moment please. Sorry, I just heard a bit of a crash in my kitchen and I wondered what it was, but it's fine. It turned out to be my my young son getting himself some ice cream. Okay. So yeah, something's gone wrong here. So we're aware of that. Possibly something to do with betrayal, you know, deceit of some form. And the tower has fallen, or the tower is about to fall, or however the tower is for you at the moment, it's there for you. Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here for Libra, please? The High Priestess. So definitely something to do with secrets, or some sort of mystery, some sort of secret, something that was going on behind closed doors, under the table, behind the curtain, however you want to see it. It was a secret. It was not known. And now it is. And it's caused major chaos, upheaval. The Moon and the High Priestess and the Seven of Swords. This is quite a big thing, I'm gathering. Quite a big aha moment that's absolutely shocked someone to their core here. Alrighty, let's see that Four of Wands for Libra. Why is the Four of Wands here for Libra in the current energy, please? What does Libra need to know about the Four of Wands? Ace of Swords. Alright, so again, the Ace of Swords is an offer of clarity, an offer of truth. And it's seeing clearly, it's knowing truth, it's, you know, clear. It's a mental breakthrough, it's an idea, it's the sword that cuts through the confusion, cuts through the nonsense. Same with the Queen of Swords. It's, you know, cuts through the BS and gets to the cold hard fact of what's actually going on here. Clears the confusion, puts all the facts on the table. Cold hard truth is what that is. So that could be you, Libra, that is getting to the heart of the matter, the point of the matter, the truth of the matter, and wanting to know just what is going on here. Eight of Pentacles. Why is it here for Libra? Three of Pentacles in reverse. So that's not working together. That's not communicating. That's an unequal team, or not an unequal team, but a team that's not working together, or two people not working together, or one person is working towards something and the other person is slacking off. One person is putting all the effort and the work in, and the other person is not. They're not putting in their fair share. Or trying to come to an agreement or have a discussion about something, and someone is just kind of being awkward, or not talking openly, or hiding things, or keeping secrets, or not giving you all the facts. So I'm getting here that something is a little one-sided, and someone has sort of, I'm getting appeared to be on the same page, appeared to be on the same team, but actually they were on their own team. They weren't on the same team at all. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Why is it here for Libra, please? Two of Swords in reverse. So again, Libra, this could be you not knowing what to believe, not knowing which action to take, trying to avoid confrontation perhaps, trying to avoiding, not wanting to deal with, perhaps you know what's been going on but you haven't yet brought it to the surface because you don't want the confrontation, or you don't want to face the truth of the matter, and sort of just sitting with it and not quite making a decision yet as to what you are going to do. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, why is she here for Libra? Page of Pentacles. So it could be dealing with a younger person. Or you are thinking about the future, trying to be practical, trying to remain focused about what to do about all of this, staying grounded, not letting yourself get too carried away in amongst all the chaos or the revelation or whatever it is that's going on. Sorry, I'm going to pause a minute. I just want to move these up 1 second. Right, that's that done. Sorry, I just didn't want to be all hands and arms in the way while I was doing it. So, let's get some more clarification here, if there is more to get. Tell me about the Tower. What is the Tower for Libra? Ah. 3 of Cups. Has someone been doing too much partying? Has someone been around too many people, too many friends, too many influences? Has someone been going down the pub and spending all the money? Has someone been, I don't know, buying too many clothes, or just having a second life? I just got having a second life. Or perhaps you're just getting support of friends and family throughout all of this. Or perhaps someone is burying their head in the sand and going out partying, or just doing anything that they can to take their mind off of this, take their mind off of dealing with it. The Hermit just came out. I didn't ask for clarification on the 3 of Cups, so I'll just put that as a separate card. So, taking time out in solitude to have a think about all of this. Reflecting, self-reflection. Tell me about the High Priestess and why she's here for Libra, please. Knight of Wands in reverse. So, yeah, someone could have possibly been acting a little bit recklessly, making hasty, impulsive decisions, impulsive behaviours, reckless behaviour. And perhaps it wasn't common knowledge that this was happening, and now it is, or it's about to be, or it will be. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Why is it here for Libra? Temperance in reverse. A lack of balance, chaos, excess. Yeah. So excess is partying too much, spending too much, excess dieting, you know, whatever the excess is, or the chaos is, or the lack of balance is here. Something needs to be brought back into balance. Will justice make an appearance? 2 of Swords in reverse. Why is it here for Libra? The High Priestess in reverse. There you go. Secrets, withheld information, repressed feelings. Not, is someone putting up with something here and they're not saying out loud how they're really feeling because they don't want a tower moment? Is someone a bit cheesed off with the actions of another, but they're not saying anything. They're just sort of keeping it all bottled up because they don't want to have a confrontation or bring the matter to the surface. Or is someone about to be held accountable for their impulsive, excessive ways that has brought utter chaos to a situation? Or is someone aware of their behaviour and they've said they're going to change and they're not, and you're waiting for progress and there's no progress happening? So you're sitting with it and kind of thinking, well, I'm going to have to deal with this at some point because nothing's changing here. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Why is it here for Libra? Ace of Pentacles in the upright. So you've got an Ace of Pentacles in reverse and an Ace of Pentacles in the upright. So you're waiting for change. You're waiting to see if this unstable situation will become stable once more before you make any moves or bring anything to the surface. Or you're sitting thinking about it all and wondering, am I best to just, you know, look for new offers, opportunities of stability? I'm not getting that so much. I'm getting kind of waiting to see what happens, or waiting to see, kind of sitting with everything here. Kind of just sitting with it and waiting to see what happens before you take action. The moon, there it is again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Caution, confusion, illusion. The Hermit, the High Priestess, the Moon and the Moon. This is quite a big thing. This is quite a heavy, if this tower were to fall, it's going to be a fairly big bump to the bottom. There's so much, sorry if you can hear my boy in the background. I do ask him to keep it down, but you know, he's got to do what he's got to do. We share a space, and yeah, you got to kind of let each other get on with what you want to get on with. So there's a lot of mystery here. There's a lot of moon energy. There's a lot of intuitive kind of energy about trust and illusion and what's beneath the surface and what's being hidden. And I feel that this is quite a big truth that possibly someone does not want to come to the surface, but I have a feeling that someone somewhere already knows what's going on, and they know, but they're sitting with it for a minute. Or they have a very good idea of what is going on, whatever that may be, whatever might be going on. Ace of Swords. Why is it here for Libra, please? Eight of Wands. Again. So that's swift action. Swift action. Coming out as the Eight of Wands, coming out as a clarifier for the Ace of Swords. So quick action is going to be taken. But I'm still getting this gathering of information before this action is taken, because when this action is taken, it will be quick, swift, and it will deal with the matter in its entirety. Possibly this is about possible legal action, although I don't see justice yet, but this is possibly to do, I mean, the Hierophant is there, but that's more to do with spiritual and well, marriage and sort of well, I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it could be trying to sit with it all, gathering information and seeing all the facts before any serious action is taken. Page of Pentacles. Why is he here for Libra? The Magician. Making sure, or you have everything that you need in order to make something happen. You are determined to make something happen, to manifest something, the outcome that you want. You've got everything you need to go forward and create this outcome, this thing, this solution, this action, this whatever it is. I think I'm getting the energy as well that you're sitting quite confident. Or someone is sitting quite confidently knowing that they can deal with this. All right. I'm going to do a couple more, but I think we're coming towards the end now because I think I've got all the messages that I need to get for you. Tell me about that Three of Cups, please, and why it's here for Libra. Came out as a clarifier for the Tower. Why is the Three of Cups here, please, for Libra? Queen of Swords in reverse. All right. Someone getting carried away with something here. Is there some sort of gossip going on around whatever is happening? Is someone kind of shut off from the feelings of others here? Or not worrying about how it's affecting other people? Or is someone being quite cold and calculating? I'm getting that. Not thinking about how it's affecting others. Tell me about the Moon. It's here twice. Six of Wands in reverse. Ha. So someone is a little bit too confident, are they? Someone's, like I said, sort of not thinking how their actions are affecting others. And they're just carrying on how they're carrying on with no thought of how it might be upsetting others or affecting others. They're being a little bit in their ego, a little bit conceited, self-centered, only thinking about themselves. And they are about to take a massive fall back to reality. Perhaps. Someone's possibly looking for the attention of others a little bit too much and is around too many people, and they have whoa, that's gone. Come back to me. Looking for the attention from too many people, and they have drawn too much attention to themselves because of that. They have put the spotlight on themselves. A massive spotlight on themselves. They have drawn attention to themselves. So, the Moon. Why is it here twice? Anything else more that we need to know about the Moon for Libra? Queen of Wands, there she is. And the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So, Queen of Wands, yeah. So, I'm getting the feeling that someone here is repeating behaviour that they possibly said they would change. They're also being lured in by bright shiny things or bright shiny people. They are lured in by pretty things, shiny things, I'm gonna say. like a moth to the flame, and they're about to get burnt. And nothing's changing. There's no change in behaviour. There's no, you know. And this might have been going on for quite a while, and they think they are perhaps pretending that they have changed their behaviour, but actually it's in full view that they clearly have not changed their behaviour. And it is well known that they are doing whatever it is that they are doing, but they are so kind of absorbed by their own ego, their own self-centered, you know, that they're not noticing. They're kind of getting carried away with it. They're so consumed by their own little bubble that they're kind of not covering their tracks as much as what they think they are. Tell me about the Hermit and why he's here for Virgo, please. That's a new moon card. That's more about timing. So, the new moon, timing, 1 month, or the next new moon. Okay. A change in direction. A new cycle begins. Planting seeds and thoughts and thinking about yourself here, about change, how you are going to deal with this, and how you are going to end this and move on to something more positive and stable for yourself. Page of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups is a dreamer, is a romantic poet, is a charmer. Someone that could charm the birds out of the trees. Also quite manipulative. Sells a dream, sells a rose-tinted poem of how wonderful love can be and romance, and gets swept away in the dream and illusion and, you know, unrealistic kind of dream of it all. And that could, yeah, take that how it resonates, and if it does resonate, you'll know what I'm talking about. Knight of Wands in reverse. Why is it here for Libra? Five of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Swords in the upright. So yeah, kind of thinking about moving away from all this chaos and sailing towards calmer waters, more peace, stability, a stable, safe, peaceful situation, environment, place for yourself. Having to, now this may well be after a Tower moment and you're at the point of having dealt with all this, and now you're at the point of recovery, becoming stable again, accepting, you know, dealing with the upset, the heartbreak, the disappointment, or however it was, and accepting it, recovering, and creating that Ace of Pentacles in the upright, the stability again, and the Four of Wands, perhaps getting back to family and friends, and the Three of Cups, getting back to yourself, your family, your friends, your community, your support, rallying people around who are there to support you through all of this. So, Temperance. Let's just finish off clarifying these cards, and then I think we're pretty much done, Libra. Temperance in reverse. Why is it here for Libra? Ace of Wands in the upright. Six of Cups. So, Six of Cups. Again, that could be, you know, family. getting back to family and friends. And the Ace of Wands, well, that could be a desire for a new beginning, a desire for growth, a desire for change. Perhaps you are recovering and starting to get back to yourself, and you know, thinking, oh, you know, I'm feeling good. I'm ready for life again. You know, I'm ready to get back out there. Reconnecting. I'm getting reconnecting with yourself and your life. And the High Priestess. Let's just clarify the High Priestess. There's the Moon again. Wow. Wow. And the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, wow. That's amazing. So there's the Moon again. You've got the Moon 3 times in your reading now, Libra. But you've also got the Wheel of Fortune now in the upright. So this is the point of change. Oh, wow. I love it when this happens. I've got goosebumps. So this is the point of change. This is the point of change. This is when the wheel turns forwards and you can go with it. And this is oh, I'm so chuffed. This is the good part. This is the divine timing. This is the change of luck. This is the beginning of a new cycle. This is the point where everything starts to go forward towards the stability, towards the happiness, towards the peace, towards the financial stability, towards the peace within yourself. This is the moment when the wheel turns. Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor in reverse, the High Priestess in the upright. This could also be, I also feel like I'm speaking to someone who possibly has yet to go through that Tower moment. And this is heavy. This is heavy. This is heavy going for someone that needs to go through the Tower moment in order to get to the other side, so the wheel can turn and everything can change to new beginnings and stability. And this is, I've never had a reading when I've had so much. I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3 moons, 1, 2, 3, 2 High Priestesses. This is quite heavy. But the change is there, and the curtains can be lifted, and the wheel can turn for the positive, and the Ace of Pentacles can turn into the upright. But not until a change is made can that all happen. And perhaps the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands is asking you to get support in order to help you deal with this, whatever it is. You'll know how it resonates for you. The Eight of Wands, Two of Swords, the Fool in reverse, frozen with indecision, only fools rush in, the Fool in reverse, not wanting to make an impulsive, reckless decision, or being worried about going forward to stepping forward onto a new path, moving away from this and stepping into the unknown, avoiding making a decision because perhaps you don't quite know how it's going to work out, or you're kind of maybe in a comfort zone, but not in a very happy comfort zone, it seems. Magician, the King of Cups in reverse, and Strength in the reverse. Yeah. Perhaps you feel like you don't have the strength or the courage to deal with this, or you just feel it's just heavy and you don't. And that's the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands. That's where Spirit is urging you to get some support from family, friends, community, or, you know, not to have to deal with it all by yourself. For whoever that resonates for, I won't go too deep there. I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about if that resonates for you. What a reading, Libra. What a reading. I almost want to now put all these into their suits, just because this has been so in depth. But I'm not gonna, because I feel like it's been long enough and I've given all the messages, and this is quite heavy here. There's a lot to deal with, or that has been dealt with, and if it has been dealt with, then it will be at the point of recovery. And I think I think looking at all these cards, if you've just gone through a tower moment having dealt with all this, I think you'll know exactly what it is that you need to do in order for recovery. I don't think you need any further clarification on that. What a reading. Wow. I'm going to leave it there, Libra. If you... I haven't unfortunately got enough subscribers yet to do extended or anything like that. I'm not doing personal reads as of yet, but that may well change. But I will leave some detail on my homepage for if anyone wants extended or to get some further clarification or at any point. But yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I can't help keep looking at these cards. It's a very powerful reading, very heavy. I wish you luck with it, Libra, however it resonates for you. Good luck with it. Wishing you love and luck and, you know, support and just all the good things. All the good things that anyone could ever need, want or hope for. I'm babbling. The energy's taken me away here. So I'll stop and I'll leave you to it. Good luck. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.